Not only alchemize the situation, but find a way to transmute it. I mean, the phone call I got from my mechanic today telling me that something about the O2 sensor all over again, which doesn't make any sense because the fact that he's a mechanic, he was speaking, and I was trying to tell him, listen, I do understand what you're saying. However, you supposedly told me it was a O2 sensor issue about a year or so ago. Let's say for 2 years for for good measures, and I've been keeping my car in a very nice upkeep ever since. And the O2 sensor, from what he told me, was like a whole bunch of caskets and so on and so forth to hold on. And every car is different. I worked for Subaru, so I really didn't know exactly the insider mechanics of how my Land Rover work. However, even though every car is different, it's almost like men and women. Yeah, we're different shapes, but at the end of the day, still men, still woman, which is two different entities. And when I started to ask him for him to really explain it to me, because I could have sworn you did this job before, a person who actually moving accordingly and not trying to somewhat manipulate or take advantage of somebody. When you ask a question, the very first of their response, if they're trying to take advantage of you, they always want to start screaming loud or start trying to tell you about their credentials, which it has nothing to do with the question from which I'm asking. Yeah, because at the end of the day, if I'm bringing you my car or whatever, vice versa, it just means that I already know your credentials. I know somewhere, somehow, you should be able to fix my car. So you getting all loud and rowdy with me and hanging up the phone on me as a freaking grown ass man, I had to call you back and be like, who you hanging up the phone on? Like, you serious right now? And that's why nowadays people don't interact with people for them to actually learn. People interact with people to learn how to try to penetrate other people's force field, meaning way of thinking, way of them going about doing stuff, in order for them to operate within that sorcery and this witchcraft mindset that we all been programming to do, because it's a generational curse that's been passed on from generations to generations, unfortunately. And some of you guys think you guys are